Right now on Action News Live at midday, a body found after a house fire. Investigators now say it was a homicide. We're live from the scene.
Guests have been allowed back into a strip hotel to catch up on their sleep after they were forced out in the middle of the night. Hear what happened there. And the hostage drama in Alabama finally over.
Right now, we're truly blessed to see God work a miracle in our hometown.
An FBI team was able to raid the underground bunker and free a 5-year-old after a staggering 6-day standoff. Hear what the boy's family is saying this morning.
What a beauty of a day we have out there. Happy Tuesday to you. 11 o'clock is the time, and it's 56 degrees right now, with that temperature just being 1 degree behind where we were yesterday at this juncture. Now, yesterday we topped out at 69, so I think we'll be right at 68 for the high. We will pick up some clouds more than likely later today, but we'll stay dry with light winds. Coming up, we'll take a look at a huge change in our weather in just a bit.
Thanks, Mike. Our top story, arson and homicide investigators on the scene right now looking into a house fire after a body was found inside. Hello, thank you for joining us for Action News Live at midday. I'm Casey Smith.
And I'm Lisa Remillard. That blaze broke out around 2 o'clock this morning near Warm Springs in Eastern.
Action News reporter Jessica Janner joins us live from the scene. Jessica, what do you have?
Hey, good morning, guys. You can see Metro crime scene investigators still out here on scene helping to investigate this fatal fire. They are calling it suspicious. It happened in the corner house. It's behind all these cars, and through the trees you can see the black area on the building where the fire affected it. Let's go to some video that we have. Again, they are investigating this as a homicide. A person was found dead inside the garage of the home. Neighbors tell me it was a man who lived alone in this home. A call came into firefighters about 2:30 this morning. We're told neighbors were the ones that called 911 after seeing flames and smoke coming from the garage. We're told no other people were inside the home at the time and that the fire was able to be contained to only the garage. Take a listen to what neighbors told us.
Thought the whole house was going to go up. If the fire department hadn't got there so quick, they probably would have went up. The whole house would have went up.
Yeah, you said the firefighters were quick.
Yeah, they were there within 5 minutes, I would say, after they were called.
That same neighbor told me that he heard what sounded like a small explosion. Of course, we're still awaiting many details about this fire. The coroner's office is out here right now. We're told that damage was estimated at about $75,000. We'll keep you updated on later editions of KTNV. Also, check in with us on KTNV.com for the very latest. For now, reporting live from near Eastern and Warm Springs, Jessica Janner, Channel 13, Action News.
Thank you, Jessica. Now to that smoky smell at Excalibur earlier this morning. It caused quite a scare and led to the evacuation of hundreds of guests. There was no actual fire, as it turns out. The smoke may have come from an overheated ventilation motor. The alarms went off, though, and county fire crews told guests on the 11th floor all the way up to the 28th floor to get out of the building on a cold winter's night.
They did not panic. They're just saying, we're investigating, please stand by. Stand by. We looked out the window. We see the firemen. We see people here. So, nah, it's time. I think we should leave.
We were smelling a little funny smell coming in from the window. Because I opened it up, and alarms kept going on. Finally, I tried to call downstairs, and nobody was answering.
Fire officials kept the guests out for hours. They finally gave the all clear around 4 o'clock this morning.
Metro Police are still looking for a suspect in a home invasion in the northwest part of the valley. A 72-year-old man called 911 yesterday morning and reported 3 men breaking into his home near Sahara and Jones. He told us he ran into his bedroom, got his gun, and the intruders followed him, so he shot him. Police say they found one of the suspects dead in the man's backyard. He'd been burglarized recently, and his neighbors say they have been too.
I've been broken into twice, so I'm just glad to hear that the homeowner was able to defend himself.
Police have not said if the homeowner actually killed that intruder. Another local man took matter into his own hands when an unwelcome visitor showed up at his house. Mark Schwendenner lives near Sahara in Buffalo. He says he had a feeling something wasn't right on Saturday afternoon, so he grabbed his gun. He says he came face to face with an armed suspect in his backyard and started shooting.
I shot right from inside. So, well, the cops were in here, but he went right down as soon as I shot. It was really surreal. I mean, it's something that, I don't wish just upon anybody, but I'd do it again in a heartbeat.
Well, Metro says Schwendener and an officer shot at 40-year-old Tomas Horvath. He was taken to a nearby hospital and treated for his injuries. He now faces a very long list of charges.
An Action News update now on the judge on the Trayvon Martin case. He just denied the defense request to delay the trial in Sanford, Florida. George Zimmerman, a former neighborhood watch leader, is accused of shooting Trayvon Martin, who was 17 years old at the time. Zimmerman's attorneys wanted to push the trial from mid-June back to November. Zimmerman claims he acted in self-defense. He's pleading not guilty to second-degree murder. Martin would have turned 18 years old today. The family of the 5-year-old boy held captive in an underground bunker for almost a week is overjoyed. Young Ethan was rescued.
We are also seeing the first pictures of him after he was pulled to safety. Lindsay Janis has the latest.
It was the happy ending an entire nation had been hoping for. After being rescued from a bunker, an apparently unharmed 5-year-old sitting up on a stretcher being wheeled to safety. The boy, named Ethan, who has a mild form of autism and ADHD, was held hostage for nearly a week. But today, his family says he's doing just fine.
He's happy to be home, and he's very excited. You know, like I said, he's happy to be home, and he looks good. He looks good.
Ethan's great aunt and uncle shared their relief and joy.
If I could, I would do cartwheels all the way down the road. I was just ecstatic.
Residents celebrated too.
Right now, we're truly blessed to see God work a miracle in our hometown.
The harrowing ordeal began when James Lee Dykes killed a school bus driver and snatched Ethan.
Many people here don't keep their doors locked. Things are going to change in our community, especially for our school system.
Law enforcement, led by the FBI, spent 6 days talking with Dykes through a PVC pipe. Meanwhile, they were training for different rescue scenarios in this replica bunker they'd built. Officials decided to storm the bunker after Dykes became more difficult, and footage from a hidden camera showed him holding a gun. They exploded their way in, shooting and killing Dykes in the process. Ethan's family describe him as a loving little boy who likes hugs. No doubt he'll be getting plenty of those as he celebrates his 6th birthday tomorrow. Lindsay Janis, ABC News, New York.
And the grandmother just released a statement saying she thinks Ethan is okay, but is afraid that this ordeal might stay with him the rest of his life. Well, campus safety is front and center at UNLV today. There's a meeting going on right now to prepare for the possibility of an active shooter situation on campus. They do this every semester for both students and professors. It started about 5 minutes ago in the library.
A major overhaul is in the works for 3 Clark County public schools. Cimarron Memorial High School, Sunrise Mountain High School, and Elizabeth Willem Elementary School are the district's newest turnaround schools. The goal here is to boost academic achievement, increase graduation rate, and improve the quality of education in each of these schools. New principals will be brought in to put together a new team and spearhead these changes. Clark County commissioners could vote today to cut back on trash pickups and encourage more recycling. If approved, Republic Services would pick up trash once a week and pick up recyclables once a week instead of every 2 weeks. County Commission Chair Steve Sisolak says this solves a big problem.
The biggest thing that we're facing is our recycling rate here is just abysmal. I mean, landfills are filling up at an alarming rate. We need to do a little bit better job, and we've got a recycling rate of between 3 and 4%.
Henderson and North Las Vegas have already signed on to what's called the single stream recycling program. Thousands of homes in Las Vegas and Clark County have also signed up for this pilot program. We do have a crew in that meeting today. Commissioners are hearing public comment before taking any action.
Still ahead on Action News Live at midday. Now you can get a little peace and quiet on certain flights.
One air carrier is adding a new section that promises a quiet trip. You'll have to pay a little extra for it, though. We've got details after the break.
And just when you thought there would be some relief at the pump, another jump. What's causing the price to go up while the demand is actually down? Financial analyst Stephen Buden is here to explain it all.
11:09 is the time. What a beauty today, but there are big changes coming weather-wise for us. We'll talk about that in just a bit.
Lots of promises, but no follow-through, and our panel's in after one phone call from Channel 13.
Together, making Las Vegas a better place to live. We're Action News.
We have a Contact 13 consumer alert for you right now. You should pay attention, especially if you own a Mitsubishi. iMeave. It is recalling about 1,400 of those iMeave electric cars in the U.S. because of a brake pump. Apparently it can fail. The automaker says the recall affects 2012 models made from December 2nd of 2011 through September 7th of 2012. Mitsubishi says no crashes or injuries have been reported as a result. The company will notify owners and replace that pump for free. Are you tired of crying kids and whiny babies on your flight? We may have the airline for you. An overseas airline launched a program this week to keep kids away from you, the screaming kind, for a fee. Children under the age of 12 are no longer allowed in the first 7 rows of certain AirAsia X flights. The airline primarily serves China, Taiwan, Japan, South Korea, and Australia. Airline executives call the quiet zones a, quote, heavenly package for those who want peace of mind. You'll pay a little extra for that peace of mind, about $11 to $36. Quiet zones also have softer lighting, divider curtains, and separate toilets. It might be worth it for $11, Mike Chalinas.
I gotta think so, and I've got a child.
Yeah.
11:12 is the time. No, Gabby travels with me. I just put, headphones on, that's all. No, outside right now we have clear skies. What a beautiful day. Gosh, let's take a look at these temperatures now because they're very balmy. 61 degrees, our current temperature at McCarran, 61 in Pahrump, 40 Lee Canyon, 55 Indian Springs, 59 Mesquite, and hello Laughlin, also 59, and the same temperature, magically so, in Boulder City and in Henderson right now. So as we take a look at this temperature, 3 degrees beneath where we were yesterday at this junction. Still, I think it's a beautiful day. Lots of sunshine. We will see some high-level clouds skirt in later today, but that's about it, and they won't produce any rain or anything like that. Light winds and 68's our high, which was, about the same as yesterday. Yesterday was 69 degrees, so going to be right in the ballpark. You see there's a little bit of cloud cover to the north of us, and what's going to happen is there's a weak little cool front that's going to sag our way. We're not going to get any rain from this. It's going to come through tomorrow in a very washed out fashion, so there's not going to be any abrupt change. You see this little front move through, and then a much bigger system that's taking eye on us for late Thursday night into Friday morning. Now, as it comes through, that one may produce us, a straggly shower or two in the valley, maybe a little light snow up in the mountains. But there will be with it a sharp wind change, and along with that, quite a bit of wind, and also dramatically cooler temperatures. 47 degrees tonight, and then I think we're at 65 for tomorrow. We're partly cloudy and fair weather clouds on Thursday. Winds pick up out of the south and west. Here comes your front sailing through Friday. Could pick up a shower Friday into Saturday, but there's not a lot of moisture with this. It's coming in from the north and west. Maybe some snow showers up in the mountains, and you could be looking at pretty windy conditions, but look at the sharp temp drop, 55 Friday, 53 Saturday. And then breezy, but clearing off a bit Sunday, 53, and then 56 on Monday, partly cloudy, and 60 on Tuesday, partly cloudy. 11:15 is the time. He's not only a financial analyst, but if you would have taken Steve Muden's pre-Super Bowl bet, you'd have had the Ravens on the money line. My man,
there you
sports analyst Steve Muden.
That you got to know where to put your money.
I'd rather be lucky than good.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about money.
Yes. Let's do
okay,
that.
things are starting to look up a little bit.
Yeah.
And particularly in a couple of the sectors. Service sector, not bad.
Service sector report came out this morning, and much more important to the U.S. economy than manufacturing, because for the most part, there's many more service jobs in this country than there are manufacturing jobs. Service sector employment went up, which is good news. The not so good news is that it hadn't gone up as quickly as it had the last few months. So again, we're stuck in this grinded out type of economy, and nothing seems to be changing.
So the Dow's over 14,000 now, which means two things. Our 401ks go up a few pennies, and the Wall Street people go up exponentially. They get another $1 billion in bonuses.
Oh, that's not true.
Oh, really?
The interesting, when I say so what here, what's interesting here is, I mentioned last week that we're seeing a lot of inflows into the stock market from the retail investor. And usually that's what we call a contrarian indicator, because it's the average investor who waits to the last minute to get in. So I would say at this point, be kind of careful before you get in. The market really ran up in the month of January, about 6%, give or take. So what I'm also seeing is a lot of what's called insider selling. A lot of the corporate executives are selling stock.